From Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
You ready? 50 seconds, run!
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. He'll have a first down past the 40, the 40, the 20, 10. A big play there on the first play of the game. 74 yards. They had trouble stopping the run last week at a loss, and here it rears its ugly head early.
You're supposed to try and get your confidence going after a loss like that where you gave up big yards running the football. This is not the way to go about it. It looks exactly as it did just a week ago.
Looking to throw. Reeves. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. To throw is Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Watson on third down. The open man is Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
To try again after the sack. Watson finding some room at midfield. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And finally brought down at the 43. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Texans.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Colts pick it up. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Mike's 15. Man, that's trash. That's trash. 9.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson under pressure. They got him again. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punch coming in, I've never returned punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. This is Hines. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
To the right side to Eric Ebron. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 25-yard line. On 1st down, Reeves dancing to his left. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Eric Ebron, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 16. From the gun, here's Watson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
You crazy, boy. You crazy. Here we go, here we go. 30 base. 61, matchbox lights. Fire.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
Coming for you, son. Let's move.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Reeves. And he's got his man on the out route. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
Right there. 54.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Tight dog. Hey, switch gears. Switch. Blue draw Corker. Get it.
They'll run on 1st down. Hines. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
The outlaw.
It's a gain of 9.
Pilot, 64.
2nd and a yard at the 5-yard line.
Mike spot 4. They go.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
Got it.
Down at the 2-yard line.
Check, Mike.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Check.
Back to throw. Reeves. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run with Hines. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Ready.
3rd down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Josh Jacobs his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Johnson running right, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 7 yards on the quick slant and a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, 31. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Shit. Mike 15. Hey, 59. Here we go.
Now it's Watson. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. A shotgun snap for Watson. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And what a return as he brings us all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Sliding out of the pocket. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point attempt to follow here. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Colts 28, Texans nothing. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Hey, 59! Hey, look, we're gonna go. Hey, 31! Watch the screen.
On 2nd and 12, Watson. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Down, he's coming.
Right, fellas, right. Let's go. Hey, Mike's. Mike.
Watson on first down. He's got Fuller. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he will find his man on the outside. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
15's the mic. 15's the mic. I got 15. I'm coming. I'm coming.
54. Hey, look, we're going to go Mike 15, guys. Mike.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Looking to throw again on second down. Watson. And he's got his man on the out route. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Game situation. Let's go. Right, fellas, right. Let's go.
Again, it's Watson. Steps away to his left. He'll try and this will be a touchdown. Deshaun Watson, as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Now for the point after. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Ready?
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
2nd and 3. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Yo, cheetah. 10.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Christian, Travis.
Check three.
Hey, Sam off. 5.
The final shot before break. Reeves. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On 2nd and 12, Watson. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 72 yards. To throw is Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. A big seam, and he might go all the way. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. We'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run, and even 70 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. On 2nd and 9, Watson. He gets this one to Johnson. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts the lead to 28-14.
Texans 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch twins.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Watson. It's complete to Fuller. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Watson looks to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. 2nd down and goal. Watson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
15's the mic. 24. I got 15.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Hey, look, we're going to go mic 15.
Echo. And watch your leg.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. By kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. 2nd and 1. He completes this one to Mack. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is. to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Here's a 2nd and 7. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. This quarterback now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's 1st down.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Off the play fake. Reeves. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Lonnie Johnson picks it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Or has the scouting report changed? Or they're showing him things different than what he...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Kenny Moore.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Here we go, here we go. 10 Lobo. Pilot, 64, weak. Shoot.
Here's a carry for the fullback. This is Andy Janovich. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
At the Texans' 2-yard line.
Any weapon.
57, Mike 57. Here we go, here we go. 57, Mike 57. Here we go. Shift.
To throw on 2nd down. Reeves. They'll run the screen with Mack. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marlon Mack, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Texans 17.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because of what...
Accelerating, and off he goes. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Mike 50.
Watson operating from the gun. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And I think the ball's out.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. And this results in 6. Touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Texans cut into that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will get them one closer. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
I want that.
To throw again. Reeves. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, Charlotte.
Off play action. Reeves. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye. And
there he goes, right side. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A huge play there for Houston. 52 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Get that quarterback.
Hey, 31.
We're going to go Mike 15, guys. Mike 15, all right? What we got? What we got? What we got? Mike.
To the air yet again, Watson. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Get it.
Here's 2nd and 8. Throw left side complete. That's Hines. Call it a 3-yard gain, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Hey, shoot.
From the gun on 3rd down, Reeves. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From his goal line here, Watson. And Watson's going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points, that means this is now a 2-score game.
Yeah, and that's tough to deal with, isn't it? This little time left. Those 2 points doesn't seem like a lot, but it means everything now. Those are going to be the ones we're going to look back on. Those 2 points right there, the play of the game.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On 1st down, they'll start out with Mack. Shreds the tackle. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
All right, just go ahead and say it with me. That was a
mistake,
yes,
for sure.
Without a doubt, because at some point, put your foot in the ground, get upfield, and get down, protecting the ball. Don't go out of bounds, because when you go out of bounds, you're really just helping the defense.
Yeah, not to be too hyperbolic, but it's like giving the D an extra timeout, isn't it?
It certainly is. Gives them a chance to regroup, and it means you have to snap the ball an additional time, which always means the pop.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, here's Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, Watson to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Hey, 59! Watch 15! Watch 15! Mike 15!
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
15's the mic. 15. And him go. 15. And him go.
On 2nd and goal. Watson to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Jalen Hurd, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal. Now Watson going to throw on 3rd and goal. It's a foot race. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Extra point forthcoming. And the lead is now 24. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. On 1st down, Watson. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans get a bit closer. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.